Hi, my name is Fanessa.
And I'm Andrew. And we're going to be talking a little bit about our research into fallen arch supports.
A while back when I was a child, I didn't know that I had fallen arches. It wasn't until I was in middle school, between 12 and 13 years old, that I decided to join the soccer team. And when I joined the soccer team, we started wearing the cleats. And I had this pain, this continuous, gradual pain. And that's when I realized that something was very wrong. And I decided, let me just go ahead and do research about this. Yes, I had fallen arches, with also confirmation from the doctor, of course. And I began to think, what are ways for to help me with this issue or to maybe possibly fix this issue? Now, my family was of course concerned, but the most important thing that in order to be able to try to fix this problem is the cost. That's when I started doing more research and finding ways that can alleviate that cost of spending hundreds of dollars in insoles that are personalized for whomever.
I did the design portion for the 3D modeling in SolidWorks for the team. And the way I designed it was so that you can actually input measurements that you would get from a Brannick device that you'd find in a shoe store right into the formulas involved with the design, so that it would actually modify it based on your foot's needs. So when you print it out, it's actually going to match your particular foot size. And you can do the same thing with the arches. Um, as far as benefits go, it's cheap, easy to print off a bunch of different copies, like if you mess up one or if your foot is changing size or you're printing off for a kid. Disadvantages: if you don't have access to a 3D printer, it's not going to do you any good. And depending on the height of your arch, the midsection can get kind of stiff. So it may become more uncomfortable the higher your arch actually is.
After the 3D material has been printed, what you would do is you would sew around it, creating a pouch where the arch should be. And after you have created that pouch, you could add numerous amount of materials or products such as grains, rice, beans, however you'd like to put in there to have that level. Now, the advantages of this is, of course, you can put whatever you like to your comfort. The disadvantages of having to sew is you have to know how to sew. The other disadvantage is that it's not leveled. There won't be the same amount of pressure towards the arch if you're putting in material. Since you're just shoving it in, there's not going to be that smoothness that usually arches give. The glycerin and the silicone mixed to make the variable arch inserts. Usually, the regular procedure goes is every ounce of silicone you would add within 5 to 7 drops of glycerin so it could have that moisture. The key is not to put too much glycerin because then it will be too moist and it will take a very long time to harden back up, and it's not going to form the shape that you would like. The advantage of doing the silicone insert with the glycerin is one, it's cheap material and you could make this at your own home. The second one, it's replaceable. The third advantage of this is it's also comfortable. The disadvantages of the silicone and glycerin and mixture is one, it's this vinegar smell of the silicone. And the second disadvantage, it takes a long time to cure. It takes approximately a week.